Welcome. This is Crimey Queen. If you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile, makes us laugh. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. So, the crimson light is our personal journey to actualizing self for love. This is where we are having fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. We have been exploring the number seven, and of course, with the number seven, we have seen all sorts showing up. When we do the numerical value for the word seven, of course, that comes to two, which shows us how strong and the bond and all what happens, when two people get together, or even with our W. What happens when we are faced with ourselves in the mirror? That's a W. And, of course, we know how to fix our hair, whether to look after our mouth or teeth, whatever it is, or size. A lot of things happen then because we are faced with that W. Okay. Um, and of course, seven, since it consists of wholeness, that means we are reflection of each other in our deeds and our actions or whatever it is that we are faced with. So, speaking of seven, I just find a very amusing story in the scriptures. In fact, I kind of made part note of it, but it is the story of Abraham. I think Abimelech, if I'm pronouncing this right, I'm not sure whether it was his brother. But whatever was happening in this story is that it was about a well. There was an agreement, about who had dug the well, or it was about water or something. But there were two men, Abraham and Abimelech, having this conversation. And it's as if Abraham had accused him of his men had destroyed the well or something had happened. And then Abimelech says, well, I know nothing about this. I am only hearing about this now. And they had this conversation going on. And, well, at some stage, um, Abraham says, had seven. Yes, we're talking about seven. Seven. Um, L. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing this correct, but it's the L. They were young. They were young. Oh, I've got to find this. I have just I've done it, and let's see if I can find. Yes. Oh, yes, I've got it. Okay, so there were seven old lambs. That's what it is. Seven old lambs. Now, we know that lambs were sacrificial animals as well, and hence, Christ is perceived the Lamb of the world, the ultimate sacrifice, as the Lamb of the world. So let's do the numerical value for um, O, which is 555. Now, if you followed any of my presentations, I've always said there's something about three fives, especially when they are so close, like we discovered in the word inner. INNER. So there was 9, 5, 5, 5, and 9. Now, I particularly like this as well because it is said basically that the number 9 is the beginning. It means beginning. So basically, inner is really saying there is no end. It's really giving the representation of a cycle. That's inner. And so that's why we see all of these three fives in the middle, representing is an inner, and it is really the depiction of the beginning here, and of course beginning to be anywhere on this cycle. Okay, so there we are with this O lambs. 7 we know is really 2. When we do the numerical value for 7, that is 2. Okay, and we do the numerical value for the 3 5s, that is 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 1 plus 5 equals 6. So we see 2 and we see 6. Now lambs. 3, 1, 4, 2. We know what B is like. That's where the bond happens. That's where agreement takes place. Okay. And then there's 1. Okay. So we add these. That's 3 and 4, 7, 8. And 8 and 3 is 11. 11, of course. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So there we have 2, 6, 2. And if we add these together, 2 plus 6 is 8 and 2 equals 10. Now, what amuses me about this story is that Abraham had got these 7 lambs together, and when Abimelech said, well, what have you got these for? And he said, well, you know, you and I are going to swear, because we are going to swear that we are going to do right by each other and our children or our sons, and so we need witnesses. And so he had 7 lambs as witnesses. Now 7 lambs, and I'm believing, I haven't checked the meaning for this but it seemed like, or or I'm not even sure how it's pronounced, but it gives the impression like 7 young lambs, and I'm not sure. As I say, I'm going to check this out. But it also gives the impression that that witnesses were so important in everything that one was doing, that they had to have witnesses. Now, here, this is the father of many nations we are talking about, Abraham. Why would he have got 7 lambs to seem as witnesses? Now, that story does not seem like to have that ignorant element that it portrays on the surface. I think not. I think that 7 here, which tells us we are whole, which 7, when we do the numerical value for 1, it's 7. When we do the numerical value for 7, it's 2. Now, I think there's much more to all of this than we are believing. But could it be that 2 or 15 would be somehow a representation of the Eve spirit and the Christ spirit right here in that 3 5s 15, which equals 6, which equals the I as witness, to have these witnesses here, or meaning as a witness? Well, that is something to be explored on further. I have not drawn any concise conclusion, but I'm believing that this is really something to explore. But as I say, the father of many nations, come on, and let numerology give us further answers and in depth. Yes. So I thank you for watching. I hope you have found this interesting. And of course, if you have any comments on this, please leave them and let's explore this. Okay. Like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Be a field because we are planting new seeds. And stay ignited with number three because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self love. We get ignited to actualizing self love. Thank you. Stay blessed. Stay ignited. And spill over with love.